Can I do
Oh.
a quick story?
Yes, go for it.
It's not like really deep, but basically I saw an ethics post pop up on Kotaku on Action and Reddit. There's this developer that created a game on Steam called The Sorceress, and I'm trying to find the name of the developer so I can call them out on it. But essentially, Karabas Studio, and I don't think they're native English. I'm pretty sure they're Russian, but
Right.
I was hoping to archive the post before it went away, but it didn't archive, so they already changed everything. But
Oh.
someone took a screenshot of it. What they had done is on their Steam page, they put a big list of accolades for what their game had won at different awards, and they had like this Russian game show. It got like best some kind of scripting or like a great AI and all of this stuff. It had like 7 or 8 accolades from different conferences and things, and none of them were true. Some of them were from conferences that haven't even taken place yet this year. Some of them were completely fabricated. They didn't even exist. And so someone called them out on it and made like a big post, a big review, and they're like, "Hey, this game's got a bunch of fake stuff," and they got banned from the community forum. Of course, because the developer didn't want that shit going viral. So
Yeah.
after it kind of went big and a lot of people started posting on it, the Steam store page went down, and now it looks like they took everything off of there and they just put the basic bare bones info on, and there's none of that left. But this brings up an interesting question, in my opinion, because is there anything you can do about that? Because I'm pretty sure it's not exactly false advertising because they didn't lie about what the actual game content was. And you can't call the developer out on it on their own forum because they're able to delete and ban users and get rid of posts, and Steam has no control over that. That's part of their agreement with user or with their developers, is that you control the community hub, you control your store page, we just host it. And since it wasn't a like false advertisement, is there any recourse for a user on Steam to say, "Hey, that like award you're saying you have is bullshit"? Because it doesn't seem like there is. And the only reason it got taken down was someone noticed. Because I mean, honestly, it's a shitty little game on Steam, and it looks like it's like it might as well be Diablo 2
Oh, wow.
with like a 3D movable camera. It looks just god awful.
Right.
But say someone was like, "Oh, hey, I know this trade show. I've been there before, and it got like best platformer. That's pretty amazing. I'll go give it a buy." Like, you would totally buy that under false pretenses, and there's nothing you could do about that?
I'm really curious as to. I feel like that would qualify as false advertising.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, I think there is a case for that. I mean, if anything, like, that's not subjective information. Like, I can put whatever I want, like, best game you will ever play. This game will make you explode and then implode and then explode again. So like it's all platitudes and bullshit. Like it's all completely subjective. But saying I won this award when I didn't, or I won this award that I made up, that's just an objective lie. So I think there should be some pretty solid, backup there for going to Steam and being like, hey, this is objectively false. They're lying on their store page in your store. Do you want your store to be, selling lies?
Right.
And
I definitely.
They're probably going to be like, no.
I think that's a definite case for the BBB, the Better Business Bureau, because if that were any other product, they would instantly get the bad hammer from them. Like, nope, this is wrong. And I think the simple fact that Steam is so ambiguous in a way, like normally you would just video games in general, you would never, that kind of thing never really comes up. It's only recently with like the YouTubers not disclosing their YouTube videos being ads for a product. Like that's
paid promotions, paid content.
Right.
That.
That's the first time the FCC or whoever controls that actually has stepped in and said, hey, this is a problem. You shouldn't be doing this. I just think the gaming has gone under the radar for so far that no one has really thought about this until now.
Because I also remember someone saying that games that have like a mismatched genre on them should also be classified as false advertising. Because say if
Yeah.
like the only videos on the store page are of like the story or like some trailer for it, and it says like turn-based RPG and it's an action RPG or vice versa, and you
Yeah.
get into it and you're like, this isn't what I wanted. Would that be false advertising because they mislabeled the
Yeah.
genre? I
It
think so.
it
But like,
depends.
do you have a case to get your money back if it was past the refund time or something like that?
I say yes, because
Yeah.
that's a side tangent. I know you got short time. I don't want to get into it, but that's a major issue I have with Steam, is that if you go under every genre, action, adventure, RPG, odds are you will find the same fucking game listed under every
Hmm.
single of those genres. And I know, like, I think Tomb
Yeah.
Raider was under RPG, and I was like, bitches, just because you can just because you can equip an
It's
item
got a story.
doesn't make you an RPG. For real now. And
But
there's
I have a level system. I'm an RPG.
no, no
He does
Borderlands.
not have experience points anymore.
Right. That,
Yeah.
that's that's like that's like
Exactly.
calling Borderlands an RPG. You're not an RPG. You shouldn't be under that
Yeah.
classification.
Yeah.
And it's a it becomes a bit more ambiguous. Like with Borderlands, for example, Borderlands isn't necessarily, it's got RPG elements. Does that make it an
Yeah.
RPG? Like you've got gray areas that games are starting to fall into.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I
Which
just imagine like someone going to the movies and being like, I wanted to watch a comedy and this is a rom-com. Can I get my money back? Like, I guess. I mean, I would go in expecting this and I kind of got that. Should I be able to get my money back? I feel like a lot of people would just laugh at you. And if you did that here, they might. But I think there's a pretty good case for that.
Well,
I
I
just
think
don't feel like it's supported that much because they're like, we expect you to understand before you buy it.
yeah, yeah. I think there's definitely a case. I honestly, personally, I think there is.
in
All
this
right.
case, definitely with the mislabeled genre, probably.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.